Hello students, today we are going to learn about networks. In our daily life, we come across different types of networks. Example: network of roads, railway lines, canals, etc. Communication network of telephone system that enables us to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Network of banks or ATMs, automated teller machines. Radio, television network that broadcasts programs live across the globe. Network of malls, schools, hospitals, etc. all over the country. Imagine life without networking. No phone, no radio, no television, etc. It is unbelievable. Similarly, computer networks that connect millions of computers together have also become an integral part of our life these days. They have extended the power of a computer beyond the expanse of a room. Internet is an outcome of cyber networking only. Let us understand the concept of computer networks in detail. Let us first talk about the computer network and its components. A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. For example, if one of the computers in a network has a printer attached to it, then all the computers in that network can access the printer and use it to print the documents as shown in the following figure, where computer A and B in a network can give the print command to the printer attached with computer C. The computers in the network can communicate with each other as well as work independently. Each computer in a network is called a node. One of these nodes acts as a sender that transmits the information to other nodes in the network, known as receivers. These computers are linked with each other through some mediums such as cables, telephone lines, radio waves, or infrared light beams. Let us understand a computer network as a data communication system with the help of the following figure. It consists of the following parts. Number 1. Message. It is the information to be communicated. It can contain text, pictures, audio, video, etc. Number 2. Sender. Sender is a computer, workstation, mobile phone, or tablet that sends the data message through web browser. Number 3. Receiver. Receiver is a device that receives the data messages. It can also be a computer, workstation, tablet, or mobile phone. Number 4. Transmission medium. It is the physical path through which the message travels from the sender to the receiver. Twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, and radio waves are some common examples of it. Number 5. Protocol. A protocol specifies a set of rules that governs the data communication. Without a protocol, the data cannot be exchanged between two communicating devices. Now let us talk about the advantages of networking. Networking in computers brings efficiency, economy, and effectiveness in an organization. Efficient use of storage media. It is better to store a shareable application data on a network drive than to store a copy of the application on each user's storage device. It is better to have one big hard disk in the server than to have small hard disks in different computers. Preserving information. It is difficult to maintain regular backups on a number of standalone computers. When you keep backups on a central location, you have one place to look for the lost information. Reduction in hardware cost. In a network, the hardware devices that are not used very often, like modems, printers, scanners, CD writers, etc., can be shared. This reduces the cost of the hardware. Efficiency. In a network, the deletion, modification, or upgradation of the software or data is to be done at a single point only. This brings more efficiency and effectiveness into the working system. Redundancy. A network reduces the need for hard copies of all documents. by sharing the soft copy of a file over the network. The need to share paper copies of reports or any other information can be eliminated or greatly reduced. Quickest document delivery. Networking provides a facility to instantly deliver soft copies from one computer to the other computers throughout the world. Okay, students, let us understand about the networking media. Data can be transmitted from one location to another by using wires or without the use of wires. Wired networking technology. Ethernet cables. An Ethernet cable is one of the most popular form of network cable used in wired networks. This cable resembles a phone cable but is larger than the phone cable and has 8 wires. Ethernet cables connect various devices such as PCs, routers and switches within a local area network. The advantage of these cables is that they have less power consumption, but the drawback with these cables is that the computer requires an Ethernet adapter card on the motherboard to connect the Ethernet cable. These cables also have their limitations, both in the distance that they can stretch and still carry proper signals, and their durability. There are mainly two types of Ethernet cable. Crossover cable. It is basically designed for connecting two computers without a hub or router. Straight through cable. This type of cable has got both its ends identical to each other. It is used to connect a computer to a router or a switch. Coaxial cables. A coaxial cable is used in the transmission of video, communications and audio. It is mainly used by the cable television industry to connect TVs to a cable TV service. However, this cable can also be used in networks and has high bandwidth and greater transmission capacity. A coaxial cable consists of central copper wire surrounded by insulation and then a shield of braided wire. It is relatively inexpensive and can transmit data at higher rates. It also provides better immunity against electromagnetic disturbances. The only disadvantage associated with coaxial cable is its high installation and maintenance cost. The two main types of coaxial cable are baseband coaxial cable. It supports quick transmission of a single signal at a time. It is mainly used for LANs. Broadband coaxial cable. It transmits multiple signals at the same time and is used for longer distances. Optical fiber cable. Fiber optics is a popular technology that has a larger capacity to transfer data at a very high speed. A fiber optic cable consists of a central glass core containing a bundle of glass threads surrounded by several layers of protective materials. The glass threads are capable of transmitting data converted into light signals at extremely high speed. A fiber optic cable is highly resistant to signal interference and provides better data transmission by providing high bandwidth. Presently, a fiber optic cable is a popular technology for local area networks. But in the future, almost all communications will employ fiber optics. However, it is fragile and the maintenance cost is high. Wireless networking technology. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a communication technology that uses low-power radio waves to connect electronic devices wirelessly. It allows users to talk and share information like voice, music, and videos. It establishes short-range communication between phones, computers, and other network devices. It is mainly used for personal area networks with a maximum transmission range of up to 240 meters, depending on the Bluetooth version in use. This technology eliminates the use of cables and adapters. The presenter Bluetooth icon indicates that the device is enabled with Bluetooth. Infrared technology. Infrared technology is a short-range communication technology that covers approximately 5 meters of distance. It is used to exchange information between computers, cellular telephones, and faxes by emitting infrared waves through infrared LEDs. Infrared communication takes place between two devices at a time. Infrared network signals cannot penetrate walls or other obstructions and work only in a direct line of sight. These waves or signals are focused into a narrow beam through a plastic lens, which is further converted into electronic signals by the receiver. Remote control is the most common example of infrared communication. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for Wireless Fidelity. It creates a wireless local area network that uses radio waves to send the information. A secure, reliable, and fast wireless connection is established between the electronic devices and the Internet by using this technology. The devices require a wireless adapter connected to them to capture the Wi-Fi signals. Wi-Fi offers the following advantages. Wi-Fi has replaced the wired medium completely and can be used to connect to Internet anywhere at any time. It is relatively inexpensive and can also be accessed at places where cables cannot be installed. One can connect multiple devices through Wi-Fi. However, there are some limitations too. It has high power consumption. It is slower than the wired medium. The transmission breaks or slows down when there is noise interference. Let me tell you about the types of networks. Depending on the geographical area covered by a network, there are various types of computer networks used worldwide, which are as follows. Personal Area Network, PAN. PAN is a computer network that covers a small area of about 10 meters, about 30 feet. It is used for communication among devices such as laptops, mobile phones, PDA, or smartphones. Personal area networks can either be wired or wireless. You can use these networks to transfer files including emails, calendar appointments, digital photos, and music. Local Area Network, LAN. In LAN, two or more computers and peripheral devices are connected within a small area, such as room or office building. In Local Area Network, computer terminals are physically connected with wires. The data transmission speed is slow as compared to WAN. Since LAN is operated in a small area, it can be controlled and administered by a single person or an organization. Cluster Area Network, CAN. CAN, also known as Campus Area Network, is a network comprising a series of small LANs over a small geographical area, such as college campus. This network covers an area smaller than MAN. Metropolitan Area Network, MAN. MAN is a larger network than LAN. It is spread across a city. Since it covers an area of few hundred kilometers in a city, it is called metropolitan. The most common example of MAN-type network is the cable television, branches of a local bank in a city, etc. Wide Area Network, WAN. This kind of network connects two or more computers located at distant places. They are linked by communication facilities like telecommunication or satellite signals. The most common example of WAN-type network is telecom system. The usage of WAN is limited to a very large organizations and government agencies. The main characteristics of WAN is that it requires a public telecommunication media to transfer data. The best examples of WAN are Internet and intranet in a large multinational company, ATM facility, national and multinational bank customer services. Now let us understand about the networking devices. Networking devices are the hardware devices used to connect computers or other electronic devices together in order to share files or resources like printers or fax machines. These devices work at different segments of a computer network, performing different tasks. Modem. A modem enables you to connect your computer to the available internet connection over the existing telephone lines. It converts the digital signals of a computer into analog signals to enable their transmission via phone lines. At the destination, the receiving modem further converts the analog signal into digital signals so that the data can be understood at the receiving end. Modems are available in two categories, internal modem and external modem. Internal modem comes as a separate part that is installed on the PCI, Peripheral Component Interconnect, slots available on the motherboard. An external modem is connected externally to a computer. Hub. A hub is a networking device that is used to connect multiple computers and computing devices directly to the network by using cables. Each connection is called a port. The connections are established using a fiber optic cable. When the hub receives data at one of its ports, it distributes the data to the other ports in the network. Typically, a hub sends all the data it receives to all the connected ports. Switch. Switches contain many ports to connect different network segments. They are similar to hubs but offer greater performance. When a network contains a large number of devices, switches are needed instead of hubs to make sure the communications between devices do not slow down. Unlike hub, a switch is aware of the addresses assigned to each of its ports and sends the incoming data it receives only to the correct port. Repeater. A repeater is a communication device used to regenerate a signal. It receives electronic signals, cleans them, and transmits them. Signals tend to distort when transmitted over long distances. Repeaters are needed so that the signals can travel longer distances with the same strength or even at a higher power. Router. A router is a communication device that is used to connect two different networks, such as two LANs or a LAN and a WAN. It plays a vital role in controlling the traffic and keeping the network efficient. It chooses the best route for the data packets to be transmitted at the receiver's end. Gateway. A gateway is a network point that acts as an entrance to another network using different protocols, thereby giving us freedom and convenience to enjoy online. It allows us to carry out various online activities such as sending email, browsing through web pages, buying things online, and more. It is a shared connection between a local area network and a larger system, that is WAN. It basically works as the messenger agent that takes data from one system, interprets it, and transfers it to another system. It is also called packet converter. Bridge. A bridge is a repeater with add-on functionality of filtering content by reading the addresses of source and destination. It is used to interconnect two LANs working on the same protocol and provide communication between them. It also prevents unnecessary traffic from entering the network and reduces congestion. Okay, students, let us find out about the networking terminology. Internet. The Internet is a global wide area network that connects computer systems across the world. It provides a variety of information and communication facilities. It consists of interconnected networks which communicate via standardized communication protocols. Intranet. Intranet refers to a computer network within an organization used to share files and resources of the organization securely. The private information of an organization cannot be accessed by any outside person as it is protected by firewall. For example, the employees of the same airlines are interlinked with each other through the intranet. Bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of data that can be transmitted in a fixed amount of time. The bandwidth is usually expressed in bits per second (bps) or bytes per second, or in higher units like kilobytes per second, kbps, and megabytes per second, mbps. Internet Service Provider (ISP). These are the organizations that provide internet connection to users. The facility is provided to the customers in exchange for a fee. Some common ISPs providing internet service in India are BSNL, Airtel, Reliance, Sifi, etc. Website. A website is a collection of related web pages containing images, videos, or other digital media and identified with the same domain name, which is the address of the website. These pages are written in Hypertext Markup Language (HTML) and can be accessed via Internet. A website is hosted on a server on the World Wide Web. Each site is owned and managed by an individual, company, or organization. Web portal. Conventionally, a portal means a gateway or entrance. In the context of World Wide Web, a portal can be defined as a gateway to a wide range of Internet services, such as email, search engines, e-commerce, etc. A web portal is also a website but with huge breadth of offerings. Moreover, unlike website, it does not contain information on any topic. Rather, it suggests web pages to the user to find the desired information. Nowadays, most of the search engines are acting as web portals to present information from diverse sources in a unified way, like Yahoo, MSN, etc. Web page. A web page is written using HTML and is stored on a web server. It is a digital page which may contain text, hyperlinked videos, audios, images, tables, etc. Each web page is identified by a unique web address called Uniform Resource Locator (URL). Home page. It is the first page of a website. It contains the main information about a website along with the links to other parts of the website. Link. In data communication, a link is a line or channel that connects two devices. Data is transmitted between the connected devices through this channel. Hyperlink. A hyperlink is an image, audio, video, graphics, or text that connects one web page to another web page or to another section within the same page. Hypertext. Hypertext is a text that is parsed up with a special feature of linking to another documents or web pages. It can be easily identified on a web page as it appears with an underline and is usually in blue color. Hypermedia. It is a hypertext that includes text, graphics, sound, or video. Uniform Resource Locator (URL). The Uniform Resource Locator denotes the unique address of a web page or a website. To open a web page, its URL is entered in the address bar of a web browser. An example of a website URL is http://www.wikipedia.com. IP address, number addressing system. An IP address consists of a unique set of numbers, which is provided to each computer by IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force. It is a 32-bit numeric address containing a set of 4 numbers which varies from 0 to 225 and is separated by periods. It can also be used to access the web page instead of typing the domain name. A few examples of IP addresses are 205.198.0.1 and 132.45.10.6. Domain naming system. Domain name is a unique name given to each website or resource connected to the Internet. Domain names are easier to remember than IP addresses since name has strong correlation with the website. For example, to use the Google search engine, the domain name is google.co.in, and to use Wikipedia, it is wikipedia.org. The domain name system (DNS) is a system in which domain names are interpreted into IP addresses, since the Internet works only with IP addresses. It serves as a directory for the web by locating and addressing devices in a worldwide network. A domain name consists of 2 parts. One is the name of the domain and other is the web extension. The name of the domain comes before the dot symbol and the extension comes after it. A web extension tells the kind of organization and the country it belongs to. Alright students, let us now talk about the protocols. We live in a world where millions of people across the globe speak hundreds of different languages. We would never be able to communicate worldwide if there are no standards, governing the way we communicate and the way our machines process data. These standards are nothing but sets of rules which are followed by everyone. Similarly, there are certain rules which determine how data should be transferred over networks, compressed, presented on the screen, and so on. These sets of rules are called protocols. Likewise, there are many other protocols, each one governing the way a certain technology works. Hence, the basic need of protocols is to standardize the processes and ways of communicating over a computer network. Let us learn about the most common protocols and their unique features. Students, let's know more. The actual protocols of the TCP/IP model are collectively called the Internet Protocol Suite, which has been designed by the Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. TCP/IP. TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol, is a suite of communication protocols used to connect various computers on the Internet. It provides end-to-end data communication, specifying how data should be broken into pieces called packets, transmitted and routed from one network to another until they reach their destination. TCP or IP is a combination of two separate protocols. TCP or Transfer Control Protocol is used for a reliable and foolproof data transmission over the network. It is responsible for dividing the data into packets at the sender's side and for assembling these packets at their correct destination. IP or Internet Protocol provides a sequence number to each of these packets so that they might reach their destination in correct order. Also, it handles the addressing of each packet so that it is delivered to the correct destination. Students know the fact TCP or IP was developed in 1978 and driven by Robert Elliott Kahn and Winton Gray Cerf. HTTP. HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol determines how different forms of information, text, images, sound, video, and other multimedia files get transferred to your screen over the Internet. This protocol also defines what actions web servers and browsers should take in response to various commands. For example, when a user enters the URL for any web page in the address bar of the browser, it sends an HTTP command to the server requesting it to open the specified web page. Students, let's know more. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, HTTPS, is the secure version of HTTP, the protocol over which data is sent between your browser and the website that you are connected to. Here, all communications between browser and the website are encrypted. FTP. FTP or File Transfer Protocol is a standard Internet protocol. It is one of the simplest and easiest way to exchange files between two or more computers on the Internet using FTP client and FTP server software. FTP uses Internet's TCP/IP protocols to download software or programs to our computer from other sources. The source can be a web server or a remote host over the Internet. You can use FTP either using a GUI-based FTP software or via MS-DOS prompt. Nowadays, Internet browsers have an inbuilt feature to make FTP requests to other servers. To access any file or content using FTP, a user needs to log in on the FTP server and provide his or her credentials. The FTP software allows the user to drag and drop the file between the remote and local host. Some of the files are always available free for public use or download. Such files can easily be accessed using the anonymous FTP. Students, do you know the File Transfer Protocol FTP was originally designed by Abhay Bhushan and published in 1971. SMTP. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is the most common protocol used for sending emails between two or more servers. It is generally used to send messages from a mail client to a mail server. The messages are then retrieved by the email client. IMAP and POP. IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol, and POP, Post Office Protocol, are the two most popular Internet standard protocols for retrieving emails. In today's world, almost every single email client supports both these protocols due to their wide acceptability. The utility of IMAP or POP protocols varies with respect to their usage in different environments. When configuring an email application, it is essential to specify both the sending protocols, that is SMTP, and the receiving protocol, that is POP or IMAP. Okay students, let us take a recap of this chapter. A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. Networking in computers brings efficiency, economy, and effectiveness in an organization. Data can be transmitted from one location to another by using wires or without wires. An Ethernet cable connects various devices such as PCs, routers, and switches within a local area network. A coaxial cable is used in the transmission of video, communications, and audio. Fiber optics is a popular technology that has a larger capacity to transfer data at a very high speed. Bluetooth is a communication technology that uses low-power radio waves to connect electronic devices wirelessly. Infrared technology is a short-range communication technology that covers approximately 5 meters of distance. Wi-Fi stands for Wireless Fidelity. It creates a wireless local area network that uses radio waves to send the information. PAN, LAN, CAN, MAN, and WAN are the types of networks. Network devices are the hardware devices used to connect computers or other electronic devices together in order to share files or resources like printers or fax machines. The Internet is a global wide area network that connects computer systems across the world. Protocols are a certain set of rules which determine how data should be transferred over networks, compressed, presented on the screen, and so on. TCP or IP, Transmission Control Protocol, or Internet Protocol, is a suite of communication protocols used to connect various computers on the Internet. HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol determines how different forms of information get transferred to your screen over the Internet. FTP or File Transfer Protocol is a standard Internet protocol used to exchange files between two or more computers on the Internet using FTP client and FTP server software. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is the most common protocol used for sending emails between two or more servers. IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol, and POP, Post Office Protocol, are the two most popular Internet standard protocols for retrieving emails.